Good morning, everyone. Steve Georgie here, live from Allendale's trading floor. It is May 20th, 2011, and I'm bringing you your morning coffee. I got up early this morning writing comments for our wake-up call, and things were a lot different than they are now. We had the markets that were all higher this morning, and the dollar was lower, crude was up, grains were stronger, just about everything was higher. And then as I got in here this morning and we sat down and started looking at some of the closes, the overnight closes on the grains, things have certainly switched a little bit. The dollar is up. The dollar's up 24 cents right now, so it is finding a little strength, finding some strength from the euro. I guess it was right around the 5:30 time frame when we started seeing a little change in the commodity markets. But 24 cents higher there for the dollar has got just about everything setting back. Corn right now, we're calling that mixed to lower this morning. We do have a period of weather, prolonged rains that could be coming in here over the next few weeks that may end up trying to find some support. I'm not looking for a big dip today, at least in corn for that matter. We may find some support here as investors and traders continue to watch weather and continue to look at all the rain events that could be coming up over the next few weeks, slowing down planting pace, and also talking about acreage loss to yield because of the delayed planting and everything else that the bulls want to throw at it. But we do have some larger totals coming into the eastern corn belt over the next week to 2 weeks. So that's where we need to pick up the pace the most, and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that too fast. Funds were sellers yesterday of about 8,000 contracts of corn, so we did find them as sellers. This is the first time this week that we've seen them selling, and we'll see what happens here today to finish out the week. As far as beans 2 to 4 lower. This morning when I did the reports, we were 7 to 9 higher. So we are off of these highs. We have seen a pullback, mostly due to the dollar, and I'm going to continue to go back to that because I think these outside markets today are going to be the biggest influence on what's going to happen and how these markets will finish out the week. But we did have Argentina report yesterday. They're expecting to see about 50.4 million tons from their harvest this year. Big number, and that could keep beans a little bit on the defensive. Funds were sellers yesterday of about 3,000 contracts. But when looking at beans, when you look at the charts, you look at it technically, we've been in a big sideways range over the last few months, and here we are. We're at the upper end of that range. So we'll see if we can hold. If we see corn continue higher, we see the wheat market firm up a little bit, we may try to bump up into that resistance again, that 14 area on those beans, but we need to see some strength from these other markets. The wheat market, much like everything else this morning, steady to higher. Now it's 10 cents lower is where we finished out. So finding a little bit more of a decline here after yesterday's losses, maybe a little bit more spillover selling with the dollar that's now up and crude oil that's coming back from its highs. But you still are going to have some bullish underlying tone here with a lot of the weather. The dry weather for that winter wheat areas down in the plains, too much rain for the spring wheat areas, and you've got a lot of concern there. You also have some global concern with the weather right now and a lot of the weather that we have coming in Europe, that is a concern. Russia, that was a big story. They have been getting rains. Looks like their crop is doing well, but you never know. You don't know what they're going to say or how they're going to react. They come out, start talking problems as well. This market will probably find some more strength off of that. But as of right now, they are getting the rains they need. They're doing just fine. Europe is the problem, and then we have the issues here domestically. So as of yesterday, funds were sellers, just like everything else, about 4,000 contracts, and we'll see how they want to finish out the week. As I mentioned, $1.24 higher. Crude oil right now currently up about 40 cents. It's finding a little bit of strength since I sat down this morning, but that's putting that at $99.40. We did jump above that $100 area very briefly, and we keep using that as kind of a battleground. And we'll see if we can finish that and kind of finish the week on a strong note. But we need to see a positive close back above that 100 area to maybe get the bulls back in the market and see if we can continue the strength. Looking at metals, you do have a little strength in the metals today. Gold is up 650. You've got silver right now, after being lower, is now up 10 cents. So we are finding a little bit of a recovery there. We'll see if that strength can continue. As far as the livestock, trading a little bit lower right now for the cattle, down about 15 to 30 cents. We had, cash cattle remains this week at 108. That's down $4 from a week ago. That's helped push the cattle market a little bit lower. But we are going to see, we've got a USDA report out this afternoon, 2 o'clock. We've got cattle on feed coming out, so we'll see what the market wants to do ahead of that report. But we do have that out here at 2 o'clock. We had box beef, choice down $1.80 yesterday, select down 17. So that helped. Select was up 17. But that ended up, helping push the market down a little bit as well. But overall tone in the cattle right now still is negative, and we have shifted some of our targets for cattle even lower yet. So call us, and we'll go ahead and get you those targets for these summer months. We're still bullish the back months, but at least for the summer months, we are still a little bit negative. Looking at hogs today, they are trading steady to a little bit higher. We did have kind of a surprise overnight. Cash hogs up about $4 yesterday. That's a big move and kind of a surprising move. And I'm not surprised to see the markets trading a little more firm today, but maybe 20 to 50 higher right now. But we'll see how that wants to finish up. We do have cold storage coming out today at 2 o'clock as well. We had cutout values that were down yesterday about 98 cents, but we'll see how they all want to work. I want to stress, watch these outside markets for direction today. Where's crude oil going? What's the rest of the energy complex doing? Where's the dollar? Because today's going to be a lot of money flow to finish out the week. That's how it's been the last few weeks. So we could sit here and talk a lot of the fundamentals, but really what it's going to come down to is, are the funds in here buying or are they selling today? And so watch the dollar, watch the metals, watch the energies today to get a lot of market direction to see where we may finish out the week. But as of right now, we're a little lower than we were this morning, but it does seem like we're trying to fight back today. So we'll see if we can catch a little strength and get the bulls back in the market as well. But give us a call over here with questions you may have, 800-262-7538. All this information right there online at allendale-inc.com. And hope you guys have a great day and have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later.